Hi guys, welcome in. Today is Thursday, November 9th, 2023. And as I was driving home from work, I got an idea, as I often do. Hopefully I'm looking at the camera because I never know where it is on these things. Because the 1111 portal is coming up, and the 1111 portal is very strong. If you meditate, you should definitely meditate on 1111. You should definitely put out your intentions on what you want your life to be, and what you want to accomplish. This year, especially if you watch the Cancer bonus reading, I mentioned something about how every day so far in November adds up to the day. So 11/11/2023 adds up to 11. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You add the 1 and the 1 and the 1 and the 1 and the 2 and the 2 and the 3. So according to, people that I watch and listen to, this is going to be a very strong 1111 portal because of that. That's one of the reasons. It is one of the strongest portals for, meditation and activation and things like that. The next strongest one would be the 8/8 Lions Gate. So August 8th is always another one that's, and usually things happen in your life between 8/8 and 11/11. So if any of you think back to what's been going on August, September, October, it probably started on the 8/8 Lions Gate portal. So I thought what would be fun would be to take the decks that I have and find all the number 11 cards in there and then just see what messages come out. Now, I don't know why I'm doing this. I feel like when I get a message, like an idea, it's coming from spirit. It's coming from my guides. Like they're saying maybe there are some messages that people need to hear in those 11s. I don't know. So I have I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5 different decks. And then I have the number 11 card in the tarot is Justice. So, and then I have that card from 2 different decks. So I thought we would go on ahead and do this. Just give me one moment. I need to pause the camera and then reposition it. Thank you. Okay, got to reposition. I'm not in my typical place where I do readings. Oh, sorry. I'm sitting in my living room. I don't know why. I just felt like I can't tell you why certain things happen or why I'm led to do certain things or be in certain, I can't tell you. It happens. So, anyway, this is one of my side tables, and that goes to my front porch. I have a mini Stonehenge here. I don't know if you can see it. See the little book. Maybe there's something on this table that somebody needed to see. I have no clue. I did bring my barrel and my little, my smaller selenite, and of course my pineal gland, because that helps me connect. And then I have a jar of sea glass that was given to me by a friend, some shells, some Palo Santo things that I burn, and then a little framed picture that says Rockland, Maine. And then I don't know why I'm doing this. This is what I'm being told to do. And then I just bought this because I liked it. It's supposed to be a bookmark, but I love leaves and I love green. So that's something that's here. Okay. So here we are. I'm Lisa. This is North Star Energy Healing in a different type of setting here. So as I said, the Justice card is the number 11 card in the decks. So the deck that I use, the Tarot Royale, this is her. She's there in all her glory. The Justice card, the number 11 card, is basically justice for you. Like you are supposed to think about your past and what you want in your future and decide how you're going to go forward. You can see that bright, shining sun. She is also blindfolded, so you need to take your blinders off and take a good look at what has gone on in your past and what you want to bring into the future. And the 11/11 portal on Saturday is a really good time to do that. And then I have a Rohrig tarot deck, but I don't use it on camera very much because most of the images are provocative. A lot of them are naked women or breasts floating around in the cards, so it's too hard for me to use it. Plus, it's huge. It's like, for me to shuffle that, it would be really hard. So this is how the Justice card looks in that deck. She's blindfolded. It's a little more, and her hands are tiny. This deck is a little strange, but somebody gave it to me as a gift. Now, in this deck, you see that the scales of justice are there, but she has a sword, one sword. I always say that when there's one sword in a deck, it means there may be a truth that needs to come out. I think it's weird. It has the 11, but then there's an X right here, and I don't know what that is over there. Looks like the pi sign or something. No, it doesn't have 2 on them. I don't know. So these cards are hard for me to connect with because I don't really understand a lot of the artwork, but someone out there may need whatever message this card is giving you. So she's blindfolded, sword of truth there, tiny, tiny hands, and she's holding the scale in her tiny, tiny hands, or at least they look tiny to me. I don't know. And then the words say adjustment, justice, and wage, I think. Adjustment, justice, and wage, I think is what that says. So somebody may have needed to see or hear a message from there regarding justice and what you want to bring forward. Like I said, this 1111 portal is going to be really important for that. Okay, so let me see where I want to go next. I think what I will do, since this is another tarot, remember the Spirit Song deck is the deck that has a lot of animals in it. And it's going to be the Justice card, but it will be a different type of message because this tarot deck is a very different one. And if you follow me, you know that it was just too hard for me to memorize all these because it's, instead of wands, swords, cups, and pentacles, it has acorns, feathers, shells, and crystals. And I just was having a hard time. I love the deck. It's gorgeous. The artwork is gorgeous. This is by Paulina Faye, and I do love it. So the Justice card in this deck is a crow. So that may mean something to someone out there. I'm having faith that my guides are having me do this for a purpose, for a reason. So number 11, justice, truth and clarity. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what were we just said in this deck? She had the sword of truth, right? I have not read these ahead of time. I want you all to know. All I did was pull out the 11 cards and stick them in each booklet with the explanation. I have not read these, so this message will be just as much of a surprise to me as it is to you. The crow is holding in his beak. It looks like a 2-headed flower to me. It could be a dandelion or daisies. There are some other flowers in here. It kind of looks like a fall scene. Behind him could be the sun or the moon. So it's kind of bright, but it could be either. So this could be significant for someone. Okay, so let me see what it says. Oh, sorry. I'll hold the card up like I typically do. Truth and clarity. At the portal of shadow and light, the seen and unseen, Crow holds the gifts of ancient wisdom and sacred law. Her sharp perception illuminates the core of truth. She is able to discern what is fair, and she stands on guard to ensure that such fairness is fulfilled. As a bringer of clarity, Crow will assist you towards spiritual self-awareness. In standing by your personal integrity, you will awaken your authentic self. Balance is a continuous process on the road of adjustment. Weigh decisions carefully so as to bring everything back into balance. You are the orchestrator of your life. Consider the results of all actions taken as your actions and thoughts shape your future. So again, we have adjustment. It also said adjustment in that other deck, in the Rohrig deck. Keywords are truth, clarity, balanced thought, self-examination, adjustment, cause and effect, and responsibility. So it seems like, yeah, we need to take responsibility for our actions, for what we do. We need to think about how we want to go into our future. And that's almost an everyday thing. It's like, do I want to hold a grudge? Do I want to be mad? Do I want to be upset? Do I want to hold on to anger? How am I going into tomorrow? Or even how am I laying my head down tonight? That's also something to consider. Okay. I will go next to this is another deck that I don't use a lot. It's a Lenormand deck. It's illustrated by Marchetti. My favorite deck is also illustrated by Marchetti. But this Lenormand deck is more of a used by gypsies. This is a very ancient deck. And I do love it, but the explanations are kind of long. And sometimes I use it for clarifiers, but I use it mostly for myself if I'm doing readings rather than when I'm recording them. But it has a number 11 card, and I felt like Spirit was telling me just get every single number 11 card and read those messages. So that's what I'm doing. Number 11 in this deck is Birch Broom. And you can see it there. There's a broom head, but it almost looks like a whip. And then it's got the Jack of Clubs. Because in old times, gypsies read tarot with a regular deck of cards. You can do that. You just have to memorize what they are. Okay, so let me see. This print is really small. So I hope I can read it. Let me see. If I can, I'll have to pause it and go get some reading glasses. Okay. Birch Broom. Be warned of high temper. I bring conflict and strife. You will find me in competitions because I work with Okay. I'm going to have to go get my glass. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Hang on just a minute. Okay, I'm back. All right, that's better. All right, let me hold this up for you. Okay, be warned of high temper. I bring conflict and strife. You will find me in competitions because I work with repetition. Arguments and quarrels are my patent, but I am not always a villain. I can be found in the gym or in a lusty bed on a whim. The Birch Broom is one of the troublesome cards in the Lenormand. Unlike in Tarot, there are definitely favorable and unfavorable cards in this system, meaning this Lenormand. Where the birch comes, frenzy will be whipped up, creating discord, and a person will be quick to anger. The card is trouble, strife, disharmony, conflict, argument, and all things stressful, particularly when seen with the birds. Well, we don't have another card here. A crack of the whip will be exerted either by you or against you. The reverie depicts the curling whip and the birch, a bundle of branches tightly bound, which is used to reprimand and castigate. Birching was used in France during the French Revolution and during the time of during the time of Mademoiselle Lenormand herself. In its most positive sense, we have here a card calling us to bring our forces and attention together, to get focused and to get all our ducks in a row. Let me see if there's more. Okay, so not a totally bad card, I guess. It was kind of saying that on the good side, it's getting your ducks in a row. Now, maybe somebody needed to hear this because of the French reference. I'm not sure. Maybe a broom or a birch broom means something to someone. Like I said, I am trusting my guides and that I'm doing what they told me to do, and this is what I should do. So I hope somebody comments below and lets me know what you think of this, and if you'd like to see, more readings like this. I'm happy to do what makes you all happy. Okay, so then we're going to the Healing Waters Oracle. I have 2 more decks coming tomorrow. I can't wait. So the Healing Waters, so what I did in this one, because these cards aren't numbered, they have an index, and I counted down to the 11th one, and it's gentle force, consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. Okay, so let me see. It's a pretty cool looking card. There's so many different things in here. There's a woman sitting beside what looks like a cave going through some rock, and then there's like a spring or a well in the middle of it. But also it could be she's just imagining it. She's holding it in her hand. Hopefully it can come through. Okay, gentle force. Over time, a single drop of water has the power to shape even the hardest, most solid materials, from stone and rock to cliffs and mountains. In fact, water is responsible for crafting most of the stunning landscapes of this world. We can learn a lot from water in this regard. How consistent action day after day, month after month, year after year, decade after decade can create steady, lasting change. A hagstone is a stone with a naturally occurring hole through it caused by water erosion. For the Celtic people, they were good omens and were thought to offer protection. So many people give up before they begin to see results, but deep-rooted change takes time. The most magnificent creations require committed crafting. We all have passions, but what most people don't do is commit to these things and master them. We're all beginners at something. The great masters, musicians, and artists of history were too. Commit to your passions. Throw yourself into what you most long to create. Commit to showing up day after day. Small steps taken consistently make a world of difference. If you commit to your creations with grounded daily action, in a week or a decade from now, you'll be blown away by what you've created. There's no rush. Consistency is the key. Be like the drop of water on the hagstone. Play the long game. Don't burn out before you really begin. Be patient and keep showing up. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. So the sole question that goes with this card is, how can you show up with more consistency to what you're longing? Wait a minute. How can you show up with more consistency to what you're longing to create? Okay, so being consistent in order to create what it is that you're trying to create is basically that message. So somebody needed to hear that they need to stick with it. Stick with it and you'll get the results, but it's going to take a while and you have to have patience, okay? So we've got patience. We've got the birch broom with somebody is going to birch broom you, or you're going to birch broom somebody. Then we've got all the justice cards with their messages, truth, clarity, thinking about what you want to bring to the future with you from your past experiences. Now, the Earth Power Oracle is the next one. So as I was looking through it, I was doing the same thing because there's not a number 11 card. I was going through the list and going to count down 11. And so then when I was looking for that card, I came across the card that said My Backyard, and spirits like that, take that one. And then I kept going and came across My Favorite Place, and spirits said take that one, never mind the 11. So I don't know. This is what spirit told me to do, so I did it. Okay, so I think I'll save that one for last. I'm sorry. The last number 11 is in the Sacred Forest Oracle. I'll read this one and then we'll do the Earth Power last because it's kind of more personal and focused. So the number 11 card in the Denise Linn Sacred Forest Oracle is Dragon Power. Dragon Power. And you can see that the dragon has like a ball of light that he's holding on top of a woman who's lying down. So maybe the dragon is giving her some power. Okay. So the message for this number 11 card in this deck, Dragon Power, says, this card suggests it's time to step into your power and take charge of your life. Look to see if there was anyone in your life who is trying to run the show. Speak your truth. That's the third time truth has come out. 3 of these cards talk about truth. Speak your truth and take back authority of your own life. You're ready to stand in your strength. If you've lost or given away your authority to someone or something else, it's now time to reclaim it. If you're holding on to limiting beliefs, or if you're afraid of being shunned, judged, or ostracized, it's time to let go of these limitations. Again, sort of that justice card, judging yourself or being afraid of being judged. Don't limit your beliefs. Believe in yourself. Release any fear of misusing your gifts. True strength doesn't dominate or manipulate. It's a gift from the Creator that dwells within you. You have the spiritual power that's born of sacred love, wisdom, and grace. This ability can heal others and bring light into the darkness. You are a radiant, glorious being. Dragon Spirit at your side is a mighty ally. He empowers you with healing and restorative abilities. He helps you overcome any obstacle, and he protects you in all areas of your life. The Spirit of Dragon says, within you dwells the remarkable power to manifest your dreams, gain great riches, and activate ancient wisdom. Take back your power and express your strength with grace. Okay, so that's that one. This is kind of fun. All right, so Dragon, take back your power. Truth, truth, truth. I keep seeing that coming out in lots of different readings. All right, excuse me. I have not looked at this. So this card, my backyard, home is where I make it. I can find sanctuary every day. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? We all need to remember that we can make anything our home. We can make it comfortable, cozy. We just need to appreciate what we have, okay? And in our own backyard, basically. All right. So, whoops. Home is where I make it. I can find sanctuary every day. The My Backyard and My Favorite Place cards I'm going to read next, I didn't even realize they went together in this book, are two of the most personal cards in the deck because they involve you and your personal preferences. I suggest that you write down your impressions here in the space in pencil so you can track and map your own sacred backyard. Let's see. So it basically is saying this is my deck, and I didn't realize this was in here, that I should write down what my favorite place is. But this reading is not for me. This reading is for all of us. So what is at home in your own backyard that you appreciate and that you love and that you want to celebrate? What's in your backyard that you haven't noticed maybe? One day last summer, I took a walk through my backyard and just looked at the grass and looked at the little tiny flowers and the little tiny things that were in my grass and, the moss and all those things, and took pictures of them. And I was like, wow, some of these things are really pretty. There was like teeny tiny pink flowers the size of my fingernail. So what's in your backyard that you can notice and appreciate? That's what I'm feeling is the message there. So then we move on to my favorite place, and it's written kind of in I think the British, because it's got the O-U-R, my favorite place. Look at her. There's a compass there. There's mountains. There's meadows. So pretty. My favorite place. I know there are places upon this earth that resonate deeply within me. I open myself to the healing power of these places. They are unique, just as I am unique. Okay, so let me hold this up. The My Backyard and My Favorite Place cards are two of the most personal. Oh, it says the same thing. Write down your impressions here. Okay, so I have a couple of favorite places. Of course, the state of Maine is a favorite place of mine. The state of Vermont is another favorite place of mine. The place that I always go to when I need comfort is the campus at Hyde School in Bath, Maine, because I grew up next door to it and I spent a lot of time running through the woods, the fields, ice skating on the pond, catching tadpoles when I was a kid. And there's a really small pond and a little tiny island, and there is a stone bridge, and it has curves on the bridge, and I used to sit in the curve with my back. It's hard to explain, but the bridge is kind of flat, and then it goes up and around like that. So you can sit in the flat place against the stone and just like look up at the sky. I'm sorry, that probably sounds absurd to some of you, but my grandmother was the one who lived on the other side of that campus, and my grandmother was also an extremely special person to me. November 6th would have been her birthday. I mean, obviously she wouldn't still be alive. She'd be over 100, but I always think of her at that time, and this is reminding me of her. I love being at her house. So what's the place for you? I'm sorry, I'm going on. I'm terribly sorry. What is the favorite place for you? What's your favorite place? What brings back those feelings of warmth to your belly? Those feelings of love and caring and complete calm and relaxing. What is that place for you? So I would say, if you're going to meditate, I highly suggest that you do. On the 1111 portal, that you should think of your own backyard. You should think of your favorite place. You should think of what you want to take forward, what truth needs to come out, what you want to take forward with the Justice card, and, think about those things and just meditate on going forward without carrying baggage. I think we just had this in another reading too. You cannot take your old baggage with you. If you're going to but just to go on each day and bring all those old baggage, anger, upsetness feelings with you is not good. But bringing your backyard and your favorite place with you is good. So, I hope that this has resonated with you. The dragon power, be in your own power, be yourself. Most of all, there are things that I can't stress enough. One, be who you are. Be who you are. It hurts your soul to pretend to be someone you're not. So be who you are. Trust your gut. Trust your gut instinct. It's right. The universe is right. Your spirit guides give you feelings to guide you in your life. And be kind. Kindness is free. Kindness is a smile, a compliment. Just listen if somebody needs you to listen. Don't be frustrated with people. So anyway, kindness. Pay for the guy's coffee behind you in line at Dunkin' or Starbucks or Aroma Joe's or wherever you go. Anyway, I hope your 11-11-23 number 11 portal is a fantastic day. I would love your support as far as liking this video, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave me comments, let me know what you'd like me to read on. I'm happy to do it. And thank you so much for sticking with me and watching this video. I appreciate it. Peace and kindness every day. I love you all.